Thanks so much for joining us here on this Tuesday. I'm Brooke Hash, and a special thanks to those of you watching on the free WHAS11 Plus app. Roads are back open along sections of River Road today. Some great news for drivers who've seen a lot more congestion on 71 lately. Mayor Craig Greenberg provided the update at a news conference this morning, saying River Road from Witherspoon Street to Zorn Avenue has been reopened, and Zorn Avenue ramps from I-71 are also back open. Dixie Beach, Catherine Station, Watts Lane, and Lake Dreamland are also open to traffic about a week after floodwaters shut them down. Metro government is also working on reopening parks, including Eva Bandwin, Cox's Park, and the Shawnee Golf Course, which took a direct hit during the floods. Greenberg said the city plans to have everything back to normal by Derby in the next 3 weeks.
Last time our city experienced a flood of this magnitude, it took about 6 weeks for the cleanup to happen. We're going to break that time by a significant margin, thanks to the incredible work by so many people. We are well ahead of schedule.
Senator Mitch McConnell was also in attendance at today's news conference. He has already voiced his support for Governor Andy Beshear's request for a federal emergency declaration, along with Senator Rand Paul and Congressman Andy Barr. That has to be approved by President Trump. McConnell expressed his appreciation for the hard work put in by our local and metro government and road crews here in Kentucky as we wait.
Local government is very, very challenging, and I'm just here to thank the mayor and his whole team and all the volunteers that have been showing up. They gave me a good briefing before coming out here. It's been a remarkable team effort to get Kentucky ready for the Derby. Thank you for all the volunteers and all the outstanding work that's been done.
An estimated 1,200 homes were damaged by severe weather over the past few weeks in Louisville. Fortunately, no one was critically hurt in any of that. The city is still finalizing a debris cleanup schedule, which will allow roadside pickup crews to help citizens remove storm debris from their property. Today is the deadline to file your 2024 taxes with the IRS, but Kentuckians have been granted an automatic extension due to severe weather. All Kentuckians have until November 3rd of this year to file individual or business taxes. Kentucky is one of 12 states the IRS granted an automatic extension for because of the natural disasters. Now, disaster aid is not counted as income, so it is not taxed. You're also permitted to write off a certain amount of loss due to those disasters. Here in the noon hour, a 20-degree drop from about this time yesterday, Matt. It is a chilly one out there.
It is certainly a bit cooler out there, Brooke. Yeah, we're seeing some very strong winds today as well. Winds could be gusting up to 30 miles per hour at times. They already have periodically across the city. Here's a live look across portions of downtown. You'll notice those temperatures right at 55 degrees. Near the airport, we're at 52 degrees for you folks closer towards Bowman Field, and those winds staying out of the west-northwest around 20 miles per hour and periodically gusting up to 30 miles per hour. So definitely going to be a windy and blustery day for us. I'll step to the side here so you can get a good view of the city. You'll notice just a few clouds. They're lingering around our skies, and we're still seeing some of those winds picking up at time. You'll notice that we picked up a wind gust of 33 miles per hour in Louisville, 27 miles per hour near Brandenburg, 28 miles per hour for you folks near E-Town. So definitely a breezy pattern ahead for us. Now, you'll notice on satellite and radar, we're seeing a few of those clouds passing through our skies. More sunshine towards our southernmost counties. As we go further on into the day, we're going to see a few of those passing clouds. That area of low pressure continues to make its way further towards the northeast. And as we trend further on into the next 12 hours, this is what you can expect. We're looking at temperatures that will start to stay in the upper 50s. As we head later on into the evening hours, those temperatures will begin to make their way further back down into the upper 40s with some of that lingering cloud cover. We're tracking some rain chances as we head into the weekend, looking like a bit of a messy pattern for Easter time. We're going to get to those details here in just a few short minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Today, a meeting with Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Governor Mike Braun, and Dr. Oz, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services Administrator. They're in Indianapolis right now to discuss the state's new Make Indiana Healthy Again initiative. Now, the sweeping public health agenda is meant to tackle root causes of chronic health issues. As part of the project, Governor Braun announced 9 executive orders designed to improve state standards relating to health and fitness. Among them are pushes to remove candy and soft drinks from SNAP benefits, more studies of diet-related chronic illnesses, and the implementation of fitness tests in Indiana schools. Governor Braun said the program is meant to help Hoosiers live longer and happier lives.
Today's 9 executive orders reflect a new approach to health policy in the state of Indiana, focused on empowering everyone to live a healthier, happier, longer life, and today is where we begin.
The orders are in line with President Trump's administration with the Make America Healthy Again movement. RFK Jr. and Dr. Oz spoke further on this program at today's conference, and we'll have more on that later coming up at 4, 5, and 6. Here at home, Baptist Health Louisville is expanding its Child Development Center. It first opened in 1982 and underwent an expansion in 1990. Today, staff attended a groundbreaking for a project that will add 7,200 square feet of space, allowing for more than 80 new children to be enrolled when the project is complete. Current enrollment is more than 100 right now, with 150 kids on the waiting list. Most of the $5.4 million raised for the project came from the Baptist Health Foundation. Well, today, nearly 150 employees at Caesars Southern Indiana Hotel and Casino are on strike over contract negotiations. Casino employees say the business failed to offer a fair contract that matches the property's record-breaking profits. The casino is owned and operated by the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians. According to Local 89, they raked in millions in revenue last year, but that money isn't being fairly shared with employees.
We're pushing for is some retirement security for these folks. This is the most profitable casino in the state of Indiana, and there are workers here who've worked their whole lives and still can't retire because they've never been, afforded the ability to do so.
The casino sent WHAS11 a statement that said in part, Caesars Southern Indiana looks forward to continuing productive discussions and remains optimistic about reaching a mutually beneficial agreement in the near future. Local 89 said the casino continues to reject reasonable proposals from them. Well, the first female Chief Justice with Kentucky Supreme Court is set to be sworn in today. That's Chief Justice Deborah Hembry-Lambert, who took over in January. She was previously the state's Deputy Chief Justice and has more than 17 years of experience on the bench. She also leads the Kentucky Judicial Commission on Mental Health and served as a family court judge and a Court of Appeals judge. Her swearing-in ceremony will take place at 1:30 today in Frankfort. Oldham County residents speaking their minds on a new data center proposed at a community open house this afternoon. The center would be made up of 8 7-story buildings on a hill near North Highway 53, taking up more than 267 acres. Construction on the $6 billion investment is expected to take around 5 years, and residents have raised concerns, citing noise as well as potential impacts on agriculture and conservation. They plan to protest that build first at the Oldham County Fiscal Court meeting today at 2, and later tonight at an open house at City Place in LaGrange from 6 to 8.